Saudis. They're the richest people ever. They just don't. It's not public. Like, you know.
Or Putin's the richest ever.
Yeah, he's one of the richest ever.
But are you the richest ever?
Oil families, they don't have to disclose their income. They're trillionaires. I talked to
Yo, Todd, it's time to go.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes when I'm alone, I stare at the wall, man.
You know how great I am. I don't have to tell you about my strategy.
Created this company called Rockefeller Records. Shout out to Dame. I know we don't see eye to eye, but I can never erase your accomplishments.
Thank you,
and
Jay.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for acknowledging Dame Dash.
Shout out to Biggs.
The Biggs.
One of the most honorable people I've ever met.
Yeah, I used to smoke reefer. What? I mean, you know, preachers, we gotta stop.
I have no motherfucking fear. I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine. And I will do anything to protect and feed my family.
What up, world? You already know what time it is. It's your boy, man, Mr. Host with the most. Never needed to brag no boast. All I ever did was give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way in the real way. I know. Juice on my toast with a cup of tea. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's go in, man. About to go in on this whole situation, man. So, suspected white supremacists filed a complaint against Howard University for racial discrimination. Can you believe that? Racial discrimination. So he was like, not giving a fuck. How does that even work? How does that even work? Against Howard University. Y'all remember that Rachel Dozier chick? Well, she had filed. She got caught up with the NAACP for being the blood, or for being find a video for y'all, man. This says a lot. It says a lot. It shows a lot. It says a lot. Hold on. I'm gonna get it for y'all right now. Bear with a player. I wouldn't bullshit y'all. My bad with all the technical difficulties, you know. They don't want to see me win, and
America is not a racist country.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a white student that's suing Howard University.
somebody told
Now,
me,
when you hear his side of the story, you're going to think,
I remember way back when somebody told me, hey, yo, if you're going to tell the truth, people are going to hate you for that. I mean, I'd rather people hate me for telling the truth or love me for telling a lie. God damn it. My stomach is bubbling up like a motherfucker. Pot full of oil. Right here. Pig, bang, boom. But I want y'all to listen to this particular story because it goes to show you that reverse racism is not a myth. They actually use that on us and try to say that we're crazy. Ain't that some crazy shit? Think about what they're saying out there. Think about what I'm saying. I'll hold us ourselves accountable. Because you can only pretend for so long. That's what Tupac said. I'm gonna break it down to y'all like this. Like Neely Forrest said, if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is, how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you. Imagine us going to a all white college or university and filing a complaint for racial discrimination. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we probably do that, but what would be the point, you know? Especially the only way you could be really racist if you hold a position of power. So black folks don't really hold no power, especially Howard University. But they're one of the prestigious HBCUs out there. So when they send their lapdogs to try to throw a wrench in their spokes, weren't they just talking about them needing funding because the facilities are dilapidated? So let's listen to this here claim. Shout out to Lisa Cabrera. She wrote the story. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Listen.
oh, maybe he got a case. And then when after they told you what he was doing that caused him to get expelled, you may not agree with this dude so much. But let's get into this story. White student expelled from Howard University Law School sues over racial discrimination. So a white student who was expelled from Howard University's law school is suing the historically black university in Washington, D.C., alleging race discrimination and creating a hostile environment. Plaintiff Michael Ray Newman, who attended Howard University School of Law in the fall of 2020 after receiving a $26,250 annual scholarship, was expelled about 2 years later in September. The lawsuit, which Newman's attorney filed on February 15th in Superior Court of the District of Columbia, said he suffered emotional, mental, and economic harm and seeks more than $2 million in damages. The suit is a result of a series of events in 2020 involving Newman making comments on a professor's forum page where students engage in public debates and discussion. Newman moved the discussion to the forum after he voiced his opinion in a previous GroupMe chat about disagreeing with the Black community. You know, sometimes I wonder if these students do this stuff on purpose. Y'all remember Rachel Dolezal, you know, the transracial woman? She also sued Howard University when she was a student, saying they believe government solve problems. Now, ever believe government solve problems. I mean, where is he getting this from? Is this something that he feels? Or did he get this directly from people in the community, which I doubt he did. I don't believe he did. Saying that they believe government solves problems. This is what he's claiming the Black community believes. Countering his belief that he saw it only as causing problems, according to court documents. Frank Tramble, Vice President and Chief Communication Officer for Howard, said, while the university declines to comment on pending litigation, the university is prepared to vigorously defend itself in this lawsuit, and that the claims provided a one-sided and self-serving narrative of the events leading to the end of the students' enrollment at Howard. Newman displayed a pattern of antagonizing actions against other students who were attending the law school, Tramble added. Examples he cited includes Newman using the death of a law student to further his views on the jab scene. He then was expelled for disruptive and harassing conduct per the university disciplinarian policy. So he was acting like that towards the other students. Yeah, I agree. His lawsuit is something else. So the lawsuit claimed Newman also prepared himself in a Zoom chat as a white student at a historically Black university to a Black student attending a predominantly white school, saying he felt utterly disenfranchised. After both incidents, many of Newman's classmates contacted school administration and sought his expulsion. Some even complained that the controversies he caused distracted from their studies, according to the suit. So he went there and he was being a nuisance to the other Howard University students. I don't know how he can claim race discrimination. Okay. After Newman apologized to his classmate formally and verbally, a classmate in January of 2021 discovered and retweeted a July 2020 tweet from his private Twitter account, which showed the infamous image of the emancipated slave Gordon, also named Whipped Peter, posted with Newman's tweet. But we don't know what he did before the picture was taken, the suit says. Okay, so he was just being a little smart ass. So Newman comments and backlash from students later prompted a one-on-one meeting with law school dean Danielle Holly and Reggie McGee, Howard Global Head of Diversity Recruiting. According to the suit, Holly suggested Newman transfer from the school and accused him of racially harassing students, but he's claiming he was harassed. But there's a bunch of students that said he was spending his time harassing the Black students. So is that why you really showed up at an HBCU? Because it don't seem like Newman was focused on learning anything. He had an agenda. So on January 31st, 2021, Holly had a town hall with more than 300 participants that focused on the controversies surrounding Newman, with one student calling Newman comments racist, and another saying that he was terrorizing the students, according to the suit. During the town hall, Newman explained that his tweet of Gordon was intended to voice support for racial minorities who suffered police violence. First of all, that slave that had the whip back has nothing to do with policing. That had everything to do with chattel slavery. So that was not about policing. That's some crap he made up off the top of his head. Newman was permitted to join a new GroupMe chat in October 2021, but was permanently removed after a Black student accused him of passive-aggressively attempting to insult yet another Black person in this GroupMe, following his comments about Howard's lack of inclusivity. So he just went to Howard just to be a nuisance. He didn't care about learning law. He just wanted to be a nuisance. Enrolled in Howard. I mean, do you see anything? Even in his lawsuit, he didn't say, I'm trying to learn and they're taking away from me learning. He didn't say that. He didn't say any of that. He was never intending to learn law. I mean, look at how far some of these people will go just to be a... Okay, so, I mean, this is just crazy. He just went above and beyond to sit there and be a racist towards these other students. But he claims he's the one that has suffered. I mean, isn't this the typical behavior we always see? So he filed a formal complaint of racial discrimination with the university, alleging his exclusion was motivated by racial animus. However, an attorney tasked with investigating the matter closed the case and said the allegation of racial discrimination could not be substantiated, according to the lawsuit. After the university reviewed a complaint filed by Holly, Newman was expelled in September. The suit claimed Newman has lost employment benefits and opportunity and was undergoing emotional anguish and pain along with the damage to his reputation. Well, I think he did that to himself. I don't see how anybody at Howard damaged his reputation. The suit also said that as a white student, Newman belonged to the racial minority at Howard. So the hearing for this lawsuit is set for April 21st. Wow. I would be glad that he was gone. You know, it just seems to me he was never interested in learning. He sure didn't display it from what these students and these professors were saying. He wasn't interested in learning. He was just interested in being around and antagonizing Black students. But y'all, you see how far some will go? This is ridiculous. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.
See, there you have it, man. He was just being a nuisance. That's a real rabble rouser. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took that from Dougie Diamond when he was talking to Whack 100, and they all buddy. That's a real rabble rouser right there. He went to the school just to stir up shit to fuck with people's learning experience. And he didn't even go to learn law because they understand that white supremacy trumps law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're on cold with themselves doing bullshit. It don't really matter, you know, law or not. So, you know, it's not really about right or wrong to these people, man. It's just about putting the system into their hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you go to that university knowing that you have a class? It will be like a clash of cultures. So you don't want to learn nothing, and you don't understand nothing. You just want to be like, I'm being discriminated against because you're a white man trying to push your ideals or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Against these other students, you know, filing complaints of racial discrimination and all that, comparing yourself, a white student in a black institution, to a black student in a white institution. Well, you weren't being sicked on with water hoses and dogs and shit like that, and beat up and have a whole, you know, racist posses waiting for you outside of school because you're going to their white school. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do all that, try to reverse it on us, is disingenuous and downright despicable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have did that at a white institution, what would you would have said? I'm going against this institution because I'm a white man and I'm feeling I'm being discriminated against. Well, you wouldn't say that, right? So it's easy to say it when you're in a school full of black people. So that goes to show that everything, like your whole argument's in bad faith. Why don't you go to a white institution and debate your talking points? You know they'll agree with you. That's why you wouldn't do that. Because you'd be just another student saying the same bullshit. But now that you're in a black institution, you see that your views are not being represented by the masses. You think that you have some sort of authority, so you feel being discriminated against. But that's not it. But people just don't understand racism. They don't get why people will go out of their way just to display it on a subtle level, you know? Whereas they're looking at it like you're being the victim, so to speak, but you're not really being a victim because the system of racism and white supremacy. Victims are the ones that are non-white. All non-white people are victims. So you as a white man saying you're a victim is just another ploy used as a white supremacist to further your disingenuous thoughts and your discrimination. Because what you want to cause is confusion. When you cause confusion, it shows we have a long way to go for people to be that confused. And if we really be real with ourselves, ain't no way we should even allow that claim to be filed. You know, $2 million in damages you're asking for. And you know what? They're actually going to process that whole thing like he's saying something real. But the countless times black people being discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? So we really got to figure it out, man. See how far this could take us, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to move myself or my family in a better state of mind, not have to worry about this racism and white supremacy. But it only takes one rabble rouser to mess up the whole institution. Now, if they award him this money, they'll set precedents for more people to come around and do dirt. Black institutions. So he's gonna have to prove without a shadow of a doubt that he's being discriminated against because of his race. And that could never be the case. Your boy Mac Mizzle. You know my slogan. Before y'all go out and do something stupid, ask yourself, what will Mac do? Because all I do is sit back, Max, relax, and kick facts. You dig? I'm out. Remember, keep it real in the field. Forget how they feel. I'm out.